Good afternoon, everyone. This is Adam Baker with the National Weather Service here in Peachtree City. Thank you for joining our weekly webinar. To show you some highlights for the next 7 days, we're going to continue the record-breaking warm spell into the weekend. Then we're going to be watching the advancement of a frontal system from the northwest. It's going to bring increased shower and storm potential, mainly late Saturday into Monday, as it slows and stalls near the southern part of our area. And then after that, we're going to be watching another disturbance by midweek next week. Looking back at the last 7 days, the rainfall totals haven't been much, but there's been enough in the far north, pretty much 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch, and then been pretty dry elsewhere. This has actually allowed the drought to be trimmed up a bit more in the northwest, and central and southern portions actually a slight worsening. So what's been the cause of all this warm weather? Well, we've actually had a blocking ridge of high pressure to our southeast that's kept a lot of the moisture to the north and west of our area, but it's really allowed for a persistent south advection of some really warm temps, and then the sunshine shining through has actually allowed for some records to be broken here. But really with the stalled front north and west of the area, there's going to be some more energy that comes to actually shift that farther southward as a cold front for the latter half of the weekend. Saturday chances of showers and storms should be confined to the far north, but then late Saturday evening into overnight, that front's really going to start pushing southward, and by Sunday, pretty much area-wide is a good likelihood of seeing showers and storms. Severe potential with this on Saturday would be late in the day in the far northwest. The greatest chance of threats would be primarily strong gusty winds and locally heavy rainfall, maybe some isolated flooding, but it should be moving enough to where it's not a widespread flooding threat. Sunday will likely be a general thunder outlook. It's a little too early to tell for strongest severe potential, but anything isolated cannot be ruled out at the moment. As far as the temperatures go, the last day of the potentially record-breaking streak would be Saturday, and then Sunday, still very warm, but should be slightly cooler than what we've seen. Rainfall Sunday, totals look to be a good widespread ½ inch. Locally could be 3/4 of an inch or higher. And then Monday, the chances will be shifting farther south, and really by the afternoon, I'm thinking most of North Georgia should be clearing out. The rainfall totals for Monday, again, look to be in that ½ inch to 3/4, with the highest in central Georgia. And a 7-day would actually include the late period disturbance too. So really when you add everything up, we're looking 1.5 to 3 inches across the area. So this shows the trend in the maximum temperatures throughout this next 7 days. And there is some cooling that occurs, as we can see here, by Sunday through the first half of next week, but it's still above normal. The normals for Atlanta should be 58, and then for Columbus on the bottom should be right around 64. So we should stay above that pretty much the entire period. So in summary, we're going to be watching this weekend frontal system that should bring some cooler temps, but increase storm and shower potential. And then really by Monday, it should be shifting farther south. And then we could get a brief reprieve on Tuesday before another disturbance would approach on Wednesday. Thank you for joining this webinar, and we'll see you next week.